Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 27th day of June. Here we go. Today we're going to discuss a giant topic and just try and give you the main parts of it really, really quickly. On Shabbos, you're not allowed to do the malacha, the work of selecting. Selecting like bad from good. A classic example would be you're trying to eat watermelon and you don't like the black pits, so you just spend half an hour picking out all the black pits, taking out the bad, taking out the bad, taking out the bad, and then half an hour later you just chomp down on your watermelon and enjoy it. That would be you. If you did that, you'd be guilty of the malacha of boer, selecting, and you're not allowed to do selecting on Shabbos. It has many, many applications. But I'm going to try to give you really quickly the general rule to always remember to check that you're not guilty of borer, of selecting while eating your foods or doing anything on Shabbos. Here are the three general rules to watch for, and they are this. Whenever doing something like that on Shabbos, make sure that you're doing it miyad. That means for something that's immediate. In other words, you're about to eat and you're doing it right before you eat. That helps make it permissible. And biyad, you're doing it with your hand, not with some fancy utensil that's made for selecting, like a slotted spoon or something like that, but you're doing it biyad, with your hand. Or, I'm sorry, and ochel mitoch hapsolas. You have to be taking the food, the good stuff, out of the bad stuff. Whenever you're fulfilling all three of those things, and I'll repeat them in a minute, whenever you're fulfilling all three of those, then you're usually not guilty of the malacha of borer or selecting. And they are miyad, biyad, ochel mitoch hapsolas. It has to be for immediate use. That's requirement number one. It also has to be with your hands. And it also has to be ochel mitoch hapsolas, the good from the bad. If you're doing all three of those, then you are allowed to be doing selecting. So if you were selecting out little, see with the watermelon pits, you can never get away with that because you're taking out the bad from the good. And one of the three characteristics is you have to be taking good from the bad. So whenever you're doing any selecting, make sure that you're doing it for immediate use, and you're doing it with your hands, and you're doing it the good from the bad, and then it's going to be allowed. I'm just going to add one more tiny thing. When we say that it has to be done with your hand, it doesn't have to be only your hand. It could be with any proper extension of your hand, like a knife or something like that. But it can't be with a utensil made for straining, like a slotted spoon or something like that. Of course, there's much more to it, but now you know the basics and you're educated on it such that you can ask good questions to your rabbi before doing certain activities on Shabbos. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.